All right, everyone. I'm going to take you real quick and show you what soul binding is here in Evony and how to be able to utilize it. All right, so if you look at it, soul binding is found within the council estate. In order to have the council estate, you have to be at a K38 to have it built out. So here's my council estate, and if you'll notice, there's this option here for soul binding. So I'm going to click on that. Now I have one person already soulbound. I have Shusei, probably pronounced it incorrectly, but that's okay. He is currently bound to my Elise. If I click on this, I will show you it's taking my level 45 Shusei, 5-star, and it is taking him and applying Elise's level and specialty level to Shusei. So if you look here, the actual general, he has no specialties. I have not applied any stones to it. Have not gone through and increased his specialty level. However, when he's bound, notice his specialty levels are all here and available, and that's because I used Elise, who is level 45 and has all in his gold spec. Okay, so let's kind of real quickly, I'm going to show you how to do this. You're going to click on this. I'm going to go through and select Andre. There's Andre. I'm going to select him. And now I'm going to try to bind him to Zhao. So here's Zhao. Zhao is 10-star, has all his gold spec and whatnot. Here is Martinez. Martinez is in the council estate. You can bind generals to people that are in the council estate. You can bind them to your active generals. It doesn't matter. Any of them that are 10-star and 10-star, you can go through and bind them. So I'm going to select Zhao here. So Zhao, like I said, he's gold spec, level 45. So now, if you see here, it will take Andre and it will apply the Zhao stats to it. And also, so he's now going to be level 45. He's also going to be have all of his specs opened up, his specialties opened up and available. And that will enable all of that to be active without having to spend the rune stones to be able to get him gold spec'd. Okay, so what does it cost? Because it definitely costs something. So when you click on bind, so what this really will do is this will bind the generals together, the Andre to the Zhao, for a 2-week period. And it takes 100 of these binding essences to do that. So it takes 100 binding essences. I've only got 400. And this will last for 2 weeks when I go through and do it. So each time that you bind it, it will last 2 weeks. Once the generals have been bound together for 10 times or more, then it becomes a permanent thing. You just come in here and you click it, and it just doesn't cost any. It doesn't cost any binding essences. So these binding essences are not easy to get. The only way to get these binding essences are through the king's party, or when you're going through and you're coining up the ladder, the cake, as you're going to cake up, and that's how you get binding essences. So I've only got 400 of them, and it takes 100 per binding. So you have to be very careful about which ones you're going to bind, and it really is more of a temporary solution to until you can get additional runestones to be able to gold spec. They level up pretty quickly, but it takes a while to get them gold spec. So that's how you could use it. Once you bind it, it'll show up here just like this one, and he'll show up as bound. You see here's the time left. It's got 10 days remaining. It has not been completely bound one full time yet, but once this period finishes up, that binding number will show as 1. Okay? And all that information is in here, and it will tell you how to do it and whatnot if you really wanted to know. So now let's go and look into my general list, and you can see what that looks like. Okay, here he is right here, Shusei. He's level 45. Before I bound him, he was level 21, I think it was. He was 21, 22. I went ahead and put 5 gold stars on him, so that's why he's got the 5 gold stars. That's also why when I click on him, you can look at his attributes. His attributes are fully maxed out. And he was, even though he was originally only level 22 or 23 or whatever it was, when I bound it, it all shows up. So all of that shows up, and now, like I said, he's fully available, and I can use him immediately until I can get some from some of these specialties actually done on him. I'll have to break the binding to actually go through and do these. Once you break the binding, they'll go back to normal. All right. So that's it. That's all for the for soul binding. And like I said, it is expensive. If you go through and you look at the cake, I'll show you real quick on the cake. This one's the Napoleon's Party. So as you kind of scroll through this, see, oh, there's some binding essences. So you get 30 of them at level 5, 50 of them at level 7, and another 50 at level 10. So grand total of 130 of them per cake. So you don't get a lot. So 130 per cake, and like I said, you got to bind it 10 times to in order to actually get it permanent. Okay. But that's it. Like I said, the only real use case for that is maybe if you're going to use a rally general or something like that temporarily, or if you get a new assistant general that you want to utilize right away until you can get enough stones to be able to gold spec it. That's how you would use it. Outside of that, you're probably not going to have a ton of use for it. All right, but in those cases, it would be a good thing. Something to keep in mind and be able to utilize later on. Have fun.